Good morning and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Madison. I'm so happy that you're here. If you're not new here, welcome back. This is going to be the start of just a few days in my life vlog in kindergarten. It is currently Wednesday. We were off school on Monday for Labor Day, so yesterday was like my Monday, and you guys know how it is. It's always hard for me to get going on Mondays, especially hard to start like vlogging on a Monday. So yeah, that just didn't happen. But we're back in the swing of things, and it's been a really good week so far. I have a lot to update you guys on. Well, not a lot, but a few things to update you guys on. But I'm about to head inside. It's about 7:15. I've been getting here pretty early, actually. The kids don't get here till 8, so I mean, I really don't need to be here till 7:45 if I wanted to, but I've just been in kind of a good routine of getting to school at least like 45 minutes early and just kind of like going over my plans for the day. I don't know, I feel like this time around I've just been planning and doing everything a lot differently than whenever I taught second grade. Maybe it's because there's another teacher in the room with me, so I feel less pressure, but I used to like have to plan out my whole week, otherwise I'd be so stressed coming into school that day. So I would literally like set out my papers and plans for Monday through Friday every single week. I would usually stay after on Mondays or Wednesdays. That was just like usually my day that I would plan for the following week. But I haven't been doing that. I've been a lot more comfortable with planning it more like day by day, or at least like 1 or 2 days in advance. So that's been really nice. So I've just been getting there a little bit early and just going over plans for the day, and my team teacher usually gets there around the same time as me. So yeah, I will take you guys inside and take you guys along with me throughout the rest of the week. By the way, how cute is this shirt? Let's all root for each other. So cute. Morning over here. I have started drinking these Alani energy drinks and I really like them. I started drinking this Kim K one. I don't know if it's just like in my head, but I swear this one feels like it has more caffeine. It says it has 200 milligrams, but I was on one yesterday. I was so jittery, but they taste really, really good. And I don't typically drink the whole thing. I just drink like half of one, and that suffices, trust me. Okay, so we got news, well, not really news, but we basically had a grade level meeting yesterday, and we were told that they're going to be moving some students around in kindergarten. And not every school does this, but basically what they like to do is at the 2-week mark, they like to just kind of like reconvene and talk about what's working, what's not working, because most grade levels, you know a lot of the kids prior to them coming into that grade, so you kind of know where to place them, where they would learn best. Kindergartners, you may meet for like 30 minutes, but you don't really get to know them, and so it's hard to tell what classroom they're really going to thrive in. So at the 2-week point, they like to have a meeting and just talk about what students may need to be moved. And long story short, there are some classrooms that aren't super balanced, and they feel like some of the kiddos would learn better in a different classroom. So we may be getting a few new kiddos. I don't know for sure how many. We find out, I think, by the end of the week. And so yeah, we have 20 kids right now, so I'm not sure how that works, if they take some of our students, like exchange them, or just like add them on. I mean, they said they'll try to keep like the numbers all even. They're just gonna move some kiddos around. There's 5 kindergarten classrooms in our school, so there's just a lot of room for movement. It's not like there's just 2 of us, but yeah, so keep you updated on that. But that's definitely going to be different. I feel like when you move kids around, it feels like the first day of school again, because you have to get to know them, you have to assess them, you have to teach them all of kind of like the procedures and rules in your classroom, just, you know, every classroom's different, the way that you do things. So that'll definitely be interesting. Next week we'll have some new students. Let me know if your guys' school does that. I asked them yesterday, I was like, how does that work for the kids? Like, do they adjust well to getting moved? And they think that the kids will be fine since it's so early in the school year. I mean, we've only been here for 2 weeks now, so they're not like super settled yet. But I don't know, I feel like already just in these 2 weeks, like we've formed such like a close classroom family. I can't imagine like one of them going to another kindergarten classroom. I feel like I'd be so sad. So yeah, I don't know, it'll definitely be interesting, but I think it is good, especially in kindergarten, for them to do that, because there are some kiddos that just either don't thrive being in a certain classroom setting or around other kiddos. Maybe they need to be separated from someone. Yeah, there's a lot of reasons that you can move kids around. So that's the first time I've kind of had something like this at a school, but I'll let you know how it goes. By the way, I know I'm gonna get questions. This whole outfit is from Temu. Again, I've officially gotten every kindergarten teacher on my team hooked. They have all come in every day. They're like, I just shopped on Temu because it's such good quality and is so affordable, and they have literally everything. It's definitely a little overwhelming because they have everything, like millions of choices, but I just think their teacher clothes are so cute, and I wish you guys could feel this. It's like thick and soft, like so buttery soft. It's not like that thin see-through white fabric. It's super, super good quality, and I think it was like $8. And then this long little skirt is adorable as well. I'm gonna stop talking because someone commented on my last video and said, you talk too much. Kyle and I were laughing. We're like, oh, thanks. Like, this is my channel. I guess I need to stop talking on it though. I'm going to start planning. Well, I kind of plan during our plan time. Like, we have a 45-minute plan time, but you guys know how that goes. I try to use the most of it to plan. A lot of it I sit and just like stare off into silence, but I do plan. I'm a big sticky note girl. I use sticky notes for like all my planning. I don't know why. They're easy to grab. I'll even like whatever I write on them, I'll bring up whenever I'm teaching and just like hold it. That way I can like glance down at it. I just make bullet points of what I want to touch on. For example, we have our Caring School community this morning, which is just like our morning circle. So we are going to practice doing stick pick partners today. So I wrote their names just on some popsicle sticks, and I'm just going to have them get with a partner. And it's something we've been practicing every day in kindergarten, is turn and talks, getting with partners. We've been interviewing partners, just getting to know each other, learning each other's names, just a lot of like team building exercises. So we're gonna practice today having them get with a random partner instead of just like the person next to them. And they have to ask each other, how will you make today a good day? And then we'll get in our morning circle. So I just like wrote a few notes that I don't forget, because sometimes I get up there and I get on like a tangent, or I'm just like talking to the kids, or I forget like what I'm even supposed to be doing or what I'm supposed to have them say to each other. So it's just nice to kind of have a little note. And then I promise this is the last thing I'm gonna say. This morning, my co-teacher and I have been kind of playing around with like how we can optimize both of us in the classroom. So we've been playing around with how we can best do small groups instead of having like 5 at each table and then just like the other kids at their desks. We're gonna kind of play around with like one of us doing whole group with a certain level of kiddos, another teacher taking like some of our lower kiddos to a table, and then having just the high ones being at their tables. Like, we're gonna play around with kind of our levels of kids, and by levels I just mean like reading levels, like low, medium, high, because usually in a classroom not everyone's on the same reading level. You have a mixture of levels, and especially in kindergarten, I mean, most of our kids are like emerging on kindergarten level. They're not there yet. So yeah, we've been kind of playing around with that. If you have a co-teacher, let me know what you guys do for small groups. We just want to make sure that we're reaching as many kids as we can, since there are 2 of us. So that's kind of what we've been talking about. So I'm going to just look over my notes for foundations and what we're doing with that this morning, and we'll start our day. The kiddos will be here in about 5 minutes. Alright, you guys, I'm just now leaving school. I actually got out early today for once. I've been staying till at least like 4:30 every day. I'm finally leaving at contract hours, which we just have to stay till 3:45. Most of our kids are usually gone by 3:30. We've been having a lot of like stragglers lately that love kids that stay until like 3:40, 3:45-ish. So today, all of them left on time, which is a big deal. It was another good day in kindergarten. I feel like every day honestly just gets better and smoother, and we're getting our schedule down, getting our routines down. If you guys are interested in kind of hearing like our kindergarten schedule and how we kind of run our days, I did talk about that in my last video, the first week of school vlog, so go check that out. I know a lot of you guys were commenting asking me to show you how we lesson plan a little bit more in depth, so tomorrow morning or afternoon if I have time, I'll kind of show you guys how I lesson plan for the week and how my co-teacher and I lesson plan, because we lesson plan together. So I will show you guys that. But I'm gonna get home, go let the dogs out, and honestly just hang out and have a chill night tonight. Hey guys, it is Thursday. Happy Thursday. It is a little bit later in the day. I got to school a little bit later this morning. I was kind of testing to see like, when do I need to be getting to school, because I've been getting here really early and I just don't think I need to be at school that early. But I got here at like 7:45, so I had like 15-20 minutes before kids came, and it felt a little rushed. So I'm like, okay, I think I need to do like an in-between, like get here on 7:30 instead of like 7. So still playing around with that. I feel like you kind of get into a groove once you're like a month into school, and so I'm still trying to find that groove. But anyway, it's been a really good day today. By the way, my dress is also from Temu. Before people ask, just assume from this point on it's from Temu unless I say otherwise. But we are doing really good. It's been a good day. We've been hearing a little bit of news about some kids that might get moved around, kind of like I talked about yesterday. So we're thinking Monday we'll probably be getting a couple new students. But I did kind of want to share with you guys how we plan. I talked a lot about our kindergarten schedule in my last video, the first week of school, where I talk a little bit more in depth about that. But I typically plan, and my teammate and I both plan on Plan Book, which I have shown in past videos, but just want to kind of like reiterate, this is how we do a lot of our planning. So it's really cool. You can like color coordinate everything and kind of like organize it to however you want. But yeah, we just organize it like by each subject, and they're in order of when we do them throughout the day. And so my teammate and I, we both have access to this plan book. It's shared, so we can both go in and add in different subjects. We typically plan everything together for the most part. There's some things that I enjoy planning more, like Caring Community, Morning Circle Time is like my favorite. I really enjoy Foundations. She enjoys math and small group, so she kind of uploads that every day. I enjoy more like PBL, but we both kind of teach it together, but I just do a little bit more of the planning. So it's kind of all just figuring out your groove. But yeah, we're still figuring out the co-teaching thing, but so far I really love it. I do have a happy planner. This, I think it's considered a teacher planner, maybe, but it doesn't have anything for like grading or anything like that. It's purely just like calendar, and then it has more specific like days of the week, and then there's like tasks and to-dos on that side. I just like it because it's simple. I am a big calendar girl. Like I write down everything, and as teachers, you know, we have like a ton of meetings and PDs, so I write down every meeting, every PD, every break, every day off, every half day. I like to have it, and I check it every single day and like cross off my days, as you can see. And then other than that, I'm a big sticky note girl, like I said yesterday, so I always have my manuals out, and I pretty much, right now, I'm at a place where I just plan almost like for every day. I'm not at the point where I can plan like a week out like I was at whenever I taught second grade, because I'm still figuring out the curriculum and still figuring out my kids, and kindergarten's just a little bit different in general. But yeah, I usually just take notes on what I want to teach every day, and then in the morning, if we do need to make any copies, we really don't go through that many copies. We don't do a lot of worksheets or like papers in here. They have math textbooks. We have the iReady curriculum, so they have textbooks with all of their like written work that they do in there. We keep those in their seat sacks, so they pull those out every day for math. And then for foundations, as you guys know, they do a lot of work on whiteboards, so we do a lot of our letter practice on whiteboards, which is our phonics curriculum. And then when we pull them back for small group, we're usually doing some type of activity. So yeah, there's definitely not as many copies. I feel like I went through more copies and more worksheets and like table work, independent work in second grade than I do in kindergarten. So right now we've just been kind of planning like day by day that way, but I hope that makes sense. If you have more like specific questions about how I plan, just comment them down below and I'll answer them. There's recess going on, and we are like right by the pre-K playground, so it gets a little loud, by the way. And then I did show last week the slides that we use, so we also plan daily using our slides. And that honestly just keeps us more on track, like our timeline throughout the day, so we know exactly what's coming next, what we need to be like moving on to. But we're pretty good. I would say both of us are pretty good with time management, so we're always kind of keeping each other in line about like when we need to be transitioning and moving on. And the good thing about kindergarten is I feel like there's a lot of breaks throughout the day. We have a lot of recess breaks, lunch breaks, specials break, so bathroom breaks, so I feel like we're constantly like transitioning and getting some breaks from being in the classroom. We're not just like sitting at our desks all day. So yeah, my co-teacher just went to go grab the kids from PE, which is another really nice thing about having two teachers, is only one of us needs to like take them at a time. When we go to recess and we go to the playground and stuff like that, we both go, but when it's just picking them up and taking them, I'll usually take them and then she'll pick up. So that's also kind of nice, because then we get a few more minutes of the break. We don't have to go, and like I said, our school's on a really big campus, so it takes a good 5 minutes to go pick them up from the other building and bring them back. So that's also a perk to have another set of hands. I can go pick them up. Yeah, I hope you guys are all doing good. If you guys are teachers, comment down below what grade level you're teaching this year and what you usually teach. So let me know if it's a new grade level that you're in this year, like I am. I know a lot of you guys are new subscribers who are kindergarten teachers, so welcome. I'm so happy you're here. And definitely comment down below. Let me know how your kindergarten classroom is going this year. Kindergarten is a very special place. It's definitely one of a kind, and unless you're a kindergarten teacher, it's like, if you know, you know. It's a completely different world. We have PBL whenever they get back, so I'm just kind of getting the slides ready. We've been doing interviews. I think I talked about in my last video. We're practicing getting to know people, how we can ask questions and listen, and we're also getting to know our classroom community and school community. Community is like our big word we're learning in PBL. So we've been having different members of the school come into our classroom and our kids interview them, which has actually been really fun. We had like our school handyman come in, we had our finance guy come in. Today we're having another like admin come in. So it's been fun just having these people come in and have our kids just ask them a bunch of questions. And of course they're not all work related. They're asking them like what their favorite color is, but it's still just really good. They're getting to know all of the like employees of the school, not just the teachers that they see in the hallways every day. So we have another person coming into our classroom at 1:30, and she's going to just stay in here. It takes like 10 to 15 minutes, and the kids just get to ask her a bunch of questions about her job and about herself. And then yeah, that's pretty much our biggest goal with PBL today. And then the students are working on like all about me posters right now at home, and they bring them in to present. So we have a few kids that are going to present their all about me posters. So that's what's going on in kindergarten, and I'll check in with you guys at the end of the day.
It happened the summer before high school started. Tim and I were hanging out in my bedroom, and I was bemoaning the fact that I was starting high school without ever having kissed a boy. Tim admitted he was in the same boat.
Okay, happy Friday. It is time to go home. Sorry I didn't check in today. It was such a crazy day. We ended up having a meeting with our literacy coach during specials, which is usually our only plan time, and that's usually when I check in with you guys. But the day just like flew by. I feel like our days are so busy. I don't know why. I feel like my last classroom, I had a lot more like downtime. I don't know if it's because my kids had more independent working time, and so I was at my desk more, and now I'm just like literally never sitting down, never at my desk. I'm up and at it all day, every day. The days just fly by, which I actually kind of like. I feel like these days are just going by in the blink of an eye, but they've all been really good days. I'm just exhausted. It was only a 4-day week, and I am so tired. But both my coach and I were just talking. We're like, honestly, we're doing really good. We're really proud of our class, and yeah, we're finally getting the swing of things. So I'm about to go home and enjoy my weekend. I'm going to go have dinner with my parents tonight, and then you guys, next week is my last full week of school before I go on my honeymoon. I don't know if I've talked about it on here much. I've talked about it a little bit over on Instagram, but I am going to Italy. Kyle and I are going to Italy for our honeymoon on September 16th through the 30th. So we'll be gone for 2 weeks, and yes, it's all been approved by my school. I let them know the day they hired me, like last spring, so they've known about it for a really long time, and I'm lucky I'm able to use my sick days and personal days and stuff like that for going on this trip, because they acknowledge that it's kind of like a big life event. It's not just like any trip, it's our honeymoon, it's special. And so I'm really grateful that my school has just been so approving of that and like encouraging about it. They've been super positive. So yeah, I cannot freaking wait. We will be in Italy for 2 weeks. I'll kind of go into like more in depth about our trip and stuff next week. I'll vlog and share with you guys. I'll do like a pack with me and kind of like prep with me for Italy and all that, and I'll kind of explain like where all we're going in Italy, because we'll be gone for 2 weeks, like I said. So we're going to like a different place every other day. We'll be visiting a ton of different places and cities in Italy. So yeah, that's just like a dream come true. I feel like I'm so glad that we didn't do our honeymoon the like day after our wedding, because it's given us something to look forward to. We had to wait because Kyle's schedule with working and stuff, since he's a doctor, he only gets a few weeks off a year, so it was like scheduled for September, his 2 weeks off. So I'm actually really glad though, and the weather will be a lot nicer in September in Italy, and yeah, we're just so excited for it. So I won't be vlogging, but I'll be like capturing a lot of content when we're in Italy. Follow me over on Instagram if you don't, because I'll be posting like every single day when we're in Italy over there and showing you guys everywhere that we go. I know this was a little bit like shorter vlog, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you are enjoying this back to school content, and let me know what else you want to see. I'll definitely be doing more just like day in the life and week in the life vlogs. Let me know if you guys want to see anything else, like morning or night routines or specific dedicated videos regarding teaching. I know some of you said like a lesson plan with me video or teacher outfits of the week or something like that. That would be fun. I definitely want to do more than just like weekly vlogs, although these are just really fun to do. But yeah, so comment down below any requests that you guys have. Definitely give this video a thumbs up if you're enjoying the teacher content so that I know, and don't forget to subscribe so that you get notified whenever my next video goes live. I will have another one live very shortly after this one. I love and appreciate you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.